Good morning. I'm coming at you guys post-workout, and I want to talk about a fun subject this morning. So whether you are an entrepreneur or you have a career that you absolutely love, maybe that's outside the home, I really want to share with you what I have found it takes to really be successful. And this is sort of like a subject that came up because this week I've had several incredible opportunities to chat with women who are curious about what I do as a coach. So if you don't know, I have a home-based business to do health coaching, and I pair it with faith. So it's not just about working out and eating right. It's about honoring this temple and honoring God with our choices, and that includes our health. And so this conversation of what do you really do as a coach, what does it take to be successful, is coming up a lot. So I want to actually tell you how to be successful in anything, not just in being a health coach. It could be whatever you want to apply it to. And so there's 5 tips. I'm just going to dive right in this morning because I have a call with one of my coaches in just like 6 minutes. So here we go. Tip number 1. You have to remain rooted in purpose. So whatever it is you're committing to, maybe it is a network marketing company, maybe it is your full-time job that's outside the home, whatever it is, you have to stay true to the purpose of what you're doing and why you're doing it. So if you find yourself getting distracted and sidetracked a lot by flashy things or incentives or money or whatever, you're going to start to lose your purpose, and this, whatever it is you're pursuing, will start to feel extremely superficial and shallow. And so for me, what I define success by is not by my talent, and it's not by how much necessarily money is coming in. It is about, am I a part of purpose? Am I committing to the purpose that God has given me? And you have to ask God what that is. Like, especially if you're in something where a lot of people are doing the same thing you are, you need to ask God, like, what's my voice? What's my purpose? Because the tools are the same, but I'm different. So what do you want me to bring to the table? So that's number 1, is remain rooted in your purpose and in your why. And for me, my why for being a coach, I mean, ultimately, you guys, I'm a mess. God took a girl who fell into so many health-related issues, from nearly anorexia to binge eating disorder, depression, anxiety, and OCD, and he made my mess a part of his message. And so this is a big part of my why, because for me to have been blessed by God with a second chance and not share that with the world and link arms with them and do hard things with them, and also let them know that they can be like me and help other people, would be selfish. That's my why. Tip number 2, be faithful and consistent, even when you don't feel like it. I can't tell you how many times people stop doing whatever they feel like they were supposed to do based on emotions. And so you're going to set goals and priorities and resolutions, all that stuff, with very fired up emotions. You're going to be so excited. Yeah, I'm going to be a coach, or yeah, I'm going to be a consultant, whatever. And then the moment you wake up and the passion isn't there, you stop being consistent, you stop being faithful, you stop being loyal to what you were called to do or what you really felt like you're supposed to do. And I'll tell you, in 2.5 years of my business, do I always wake up fired up? No, I don't. But this is where discipline kicks in. So faithfulness, consistency, and discipline, it's all the same word. Remain disciplined, create a schedule, and prioritize the things that matter to you so you can fit it in while still protecting your priorities at home, like my family and my time with them and my friendships. And so for me, I work 2 business hours a day. Y'all know my story when I used to work 6, and God was like, we're not doing that because you're sacrificing your priorities. And so I work 2 hours a day. I wake up, spend time with Jesus, I work out, maybe I check in on a few emails, my clients and my coaches. 7 o'clock, I wake Luca up. He's got my time from 7 to 9, goes down for a nap at 9. I do my business power hours, right? And then the rest of the day, when he goes down for nap number 2, I'm either hanging out with friends, maybe I'm doing some household chores. Occasionally at night, I'll do a little bit of work if my husband is working, because he does a lot of random 24-hour shifts. And so you have to be faithful and consistent and disciplined in whatever it is you're pursuing, regardless of what you feel like. Because at the end of the day, this drives me crazy when people are like, well, God's just going to bless me. Like, here, I'm just going to pray, but I'm not going to do anything. No. God's grace is real, but it's God's grace plus human effort, your faithfulness, your consistency that brings success. So stop living in this dream where it's like, no, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to pray, but then I'm going to be lazy on what I'm supposed to do and just wait for God to show up. I'm sorry I'm being hard on you this morning, but let me tell you, no, that's not how it works. I have to show up and commit to what he has called me to do. I have to do my business hours, even when I don't feel like it. And do what I said I was going to do. That's why I have certain goals that I put in place. But then I have to trust him with the outcome. Tip number 3, be fearless. Stop letting fear write your story in whatever it is you're pursuing and start to be bold and courageous. Fear is going to stunt your growth. It's going to leave you complacent. It's going to leave you playing very safe. And that's not what God calls us to anyway. You have to leave your comfort because your comfort is the enemy of progress. And so start being fearless. And really, guys, fearlessness isn't about being conceited and boastful. It's just about doing it with faith. So faith it with God. Bring him into it and say, okay, Lord, live videos freak me out. I don't know how people go live, but I know that it's effective. I know people get to see me in the raw and the real. And so give me the courage to go live and share my story or whatever it is. You pick your thing that you've been putting off for forever because you're afraid. If you want to be successful, if you want to see whatever you're doing come to fruition, you've got to leave your comfort zone and stop giving fear the pen to your story. Number 4, stay in your own lane. Swim in your own lane. Comparison can be so tricky. It's wonderful to get inspiration from other people. And I've struggled with this where I'm like, oh, look what she's doing. I'm going to do it just like her. Look what she's doing. I'm going to do it just like her. And there's some of my best friends in the business. And then I found who's Karen? And I don't even know who I am. What is my voice? I don't know. Because what my dad said last night, my jar isn't empty. It's full of all these other voices that I don't know who I am. And I'm not giving God the chance to fill my cup, to fill my jar, to fill my purpose. And so you have to stay in your own lane and put your blinders on. It's okay to get inspiration, but be careful that it doesn't alter your voice and who God is calling you to be in whatever it is you're pursuing. And so you have to stay in your own lane and put bumpers up so that you can stay true to who you are and speak your truth in whatever you're pursuing. Tip number 5, they go together. It's surrender and obedience. This has been my journey personally. It's know your part and then separate yourself from the outcome. So this is where you have to know your responsibility is to trust God and be faithful. His responsibility is the outcome. So for me every day, I'm sharing with women my story and I do it unapologetically. It's God. If you look at me now, how am I a health coach? It makes no sense because of my past. That's Jesus. So I'm going to go and I'm going to reach out to people and I'm going to share with them and I'm going to invite them to do hard things with me. I'm going to do my part in bringing people into this business opportunity because if they love health, if they love fitness and faith and they want to combine it and they want to work from home, talk to me. I'm going to do my part. But then it's okay, God, I did me. Now you do you. I will take whatever outcome you bring me. If she says yes, I'll take that yes from you. If she says no, thank you, I'm going to believe that that's not her season and that's from you too. And I'm going to follow what you're saying. So quick recap. Number 1, remain rooted in your purpose and know your why. Number 2, be faithful and consistent even when you don't feel like it. Discipline. Number 3, be fearless. Stop staying in your comfort zone and letting fear write your story. Number 4, stay in your own lane. And number 5, surrender and be obedient and trust that God's got the outcome. So I would love to hear from you guys below. Really soon, my team and I will be leading a team-based coaching sneak peek. And I just want you to know, if you've been wanting to ask me about what it is to be a health coach, how can I work from home and help my family bring in some income while impacting lives and being a part of something that matters? Don't let fear stop you from reaching out to me and asking me because I would love for you to see and experience what I've been living the last 2.5 years. It is by God's grace, but it does take some sacrifice, some consistency, and a whole lot of creativity, but it's worth it. So I hope this is helpful. Give me a kind of shout out in the comments about which one helps you most. Tip 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Let me know which one stands out to you or which one you struggle with the most, and I'd love to support you guys. All right, time for me to have a call with one of my coaches. I'll talk to you guys later.